I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately. I like this quote by David Thoreau. If you live in a fast-paced city like mine, your day can be packed with work and family obligations. You go to bed feeling exhausted rather than fulfilled. I experienced that many years ago, but I've learned to be intentional in how I spend my days. How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. Modern existence can feel complicated. With endless possibilities offered to us, I feel the need to stop and ask myself what any of them might actually be for. I have a particular love for minimalism and simplicity, and try to build genuine relationships, avoid excess, declutter my home, and establish a meaningful purpose for my work. Being intentional is not easy because we need to think and discover what is truly important to us. If we are not careful, we may fall into the trap of comparing ourselves with others, which leads to unhealthy mindsets. I want to reveal the beauty of living a minimalism and intentional life that can flow from the inner core of our being. Here are 3 ways that it can transform us. Instead of rushing from one meeting to another, I create space in between. This is helpful so that I can be prepared to receive the other person and spend quality time together. Neither hurry or worry about time. I just want to thoroughly enjoy the moment. Be whether it is at a professional work setting or a casual hangout, I am aware that I leave something of myself at each meeting. If my calendar is too packed, I notice that I would want to quickly finish the meetup so that I can be at the next one to get through the day. I've grown to realize that people are more important than things and agendas. Case in point, I become intentional in my commitment. Now, I don't give myself to a lot of things, but the responsibilities and people to which I commit will receive my full attention. I recognize that the human connections I have will be the most important investment I will ever make. Love for a spouse, child, family members, and friends needs to be cultivated constantly. If I want to focus on nurturing good relationships with them, I must first recognize my personal issues, overcome them, and bring the best version of myself to these relationships. Food plays such a huge role in our lives, and like most people, I went through different stages in my relationship with it. For a period of time, I gave up gluten for fear that it is making me fat and sick. From avoiding carbs and sticking strictly to a clean diet, I could not enjoy food for what it is. Often than not, I felt guilty eating. Yet, in another season of my life, I would just nibble whatever I like or anything that is in front of me. While there is plenty of advice out there, and I am not a nutritionist by training, what works for me is I eventually find my sense of balance by being intentional in my eating habits. Nowadays, I start to drink my first cup of coffee and have breakfast at around 9 in the morning. I also allow myself to eat a variety of food, including sweet treats in moderation. Most of the time, I bring home-cooked food to work. Not only does it help to save some money, but when I do eat out on special occasions, I savor the taste and experience better. I stop labeling food as good or bad. I learn to enjoy the sweet things in life and know that I can stop when I have enough. Then I'll let my body rest from eating at around 5 in the late afternoon. So, let me ask you, what are you currently struggling with, and how do you intend to find your balance? No one goes through life without hardships. While it is easier to blame others and outward circumstances, it is far more useful for me to be introspective and pay attention to my thought patterns and emotions. Everything I've ever let go of has claw marks on it, said David Wallace. Therefore, if a particular script that has happened in our past no longer enriches our lives, we can choose to let go and reconstruct a new beginning. When we live intentionally, we get to reinvent ourselves by finding a new reason to get up every day. This is beyond waking up due to the sound of an alarm, but by the infinite hope of what a new dawn can bring to us. To get to that stage, I think we need to put in an equal amount of effort to recondition our inner lives by finding healing through ways like therapy, reading books that renew our thoughts, or having a passion for something great that we have yet to discover. In short, we can have the future that we want by starting to create it today. Isn't it exciting for us to know that we can gain the freedom to choose our thoughts, our actions, and the ability to live an authentic life? We may travel around the world and visit every exotic country, but the most exhilarating and transformational voyage will be the journey that is within. So, it is possible we can stay in our root life, attend to those bits and pieces of our wasteland, and plant a forest inside of us when we live intentionally. If you like this video, don't forget to like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share the video with someone else who might enjoy it. Until next video, continue to flourish, and I will talk to you soon.